Okay, welcome to Game 2 of the series, Captain Price versus Antilles. Again, Price with the 100, very low VP victory to be fair. 186, it's not necessarily that hard to top. What's difficult is winning as Axis. That's the hard part. If Antilles wins this game, I think there's a very decent chance of him being able to beat 186 VP victory. That game dragged out for quite a while, went back and forth many times. So depending on the extremely critical early game, we'll see what happens. Captain Price is obviously not going to be going Garden Motor. He's been trying for Coco Jambo. Maybe he'll be a contender this series. To be fair, to be completely fair, breakthrough, maybe a little on the meta side. But 3 Jagdpanzers is highly unusual. And even going over Commando West at all, you have to give points for that. You really do. Let's be honest. Going over Commando West at all and winning, you already get some points for that. In my opinion. Granted, it was against Armor Company. It did make sense. So, we'll be, of course, needing to take that into account. It wasn't some crazy strategy that nobody was expecting. But I am quite curious to see what he's going to be doing here as Soviets. I think if he intentionally goes fully non-meta this game, we might have a Coco Jambo contender. And he does not have guard motor. He has shock motor, shock rifle, and terror tactics. So, he's got a slightly... Slight little bit of creativity showing itself here in his loadout. We'll see what he chooses to do. 3 conscripts moving to take control of various locations. No tech structures yet. And Antilles is, of course, going 3 Volksgrenadier opening, Sturm Pioneer straight to the middle, and Volksgrenadiers going to various locations, taking territory. It looks like Antilles will not continue backcapping, but move to secure control of this building, which, of course, is a very important thing to do early on if you'd like to trade cost effectively against conscripts.
Keep your heads down! Point taken! Suppressive fire! This is it.
Oops. Shit. Sturm Pioneers get into close range on that conscript squad. Price will retreat immediately, not wanting to take unnecessary bleed. Knows that engagement is lost, well outnumbered. Volksgrenadiers get charged by conscripts, however, in the south. Antilles will be forced to retreat from that engagement. Combat Engineers moving to do some backcapping. There's the 4th squad of conscripts for Price. And he's actually going to be getting healing before a 2nd Combat Engineer. And before, there's Antilles threw down a Price-style wire trap on this house, although it's only ghosts, and it may block entering the house entirely rather than be a one-way entrance. And of course, since they're only ghosts, Price can simply shoot them. Volksgrenadiers almost get wiped right there. Late retreat by Antilles. They only get away by a tiny sliver, stormed by a huge amount of conscripts. 4th squad moving up from the base is going to force that Sturm Pioneer squad to start maneuvering back to safety. Price is going to clear up this wire trap so that he can safely secure this building. And he will do so. Antilles continues to do backcapping and protection of the north. The squad of Volksgrenadiers in this building is not even moved, and he's going to go with slightly more standard Tier 3.
Enemy fire! Enemy fire!
Ooh! That... And there was at least a couple crits involved right there. That was ridiculous. Apparently, that was a late retreat by Antilles and the Volksgrenadier squad gets wiped, but he has secured enough of the map to get a flag half track on the field, and maybe he'll be able to restore control of his cutoff.
position now available. Pioneers standing by. Crew, stand ready. Target secure.
Volksgrenadiers being charged by conscripts right there. They will force that retreat with the flak half-track though. There's the second flamethrower for Price. He waited a little bit till after he had healing to get it, but with it on the field now, he will be able to apply that much more pressure. The flak half-track having a pretty good impact, however, will force Price to make various retreats off the battlefield and will secure Antilles' hold on the early game here. He will go Luftwaffe ground forces, give himself another suppression source in the form of this MG-34. And Price is effectively forced completely from the map. We'll have to do a lot of reinforcement and healing and think about how to proceed in his next engagement. Flamethrower will probably catch these Sturm Pioneers building. Should not charge into close range like that. There's the retreat. Drop a model for really no reason. At least they don't get flame critted to death. Combat engineers will be able to get back control of the south munitions point. Antilles will maintain vision of this area with the Volksgrenadiers in the building. And Price is going to go with a field gun here. Out of his tier 2. Give himself a counter to the AA half-track, and he has not made a commander selection yet, so Antilles will not be forced to deal with shock troops yet.
Well done.
Although every single one of Price's commanders has shock troops, so no matter what he chooses, he's going to have access to them. And he's gone shock rifle, so looks like any hope Price had of Coco Jambo this series is gone, but oh well.
Target captured. No enemy contact. Ready for battle. Battle promotion. MG-34 heavy machine guns are now available.
MG-34 set up for this push. No protection against the church currently, though. It's going to have to reposition slightly. The flak half-track is pulled well back for repairs. Sturm Pioneers and Mechanized Regiment HQ available to assist with that. Looks like Antilles will now be the one making a full retreat, which is going to leave his cutoff highly exposed. Of course, Price hasn't even retaken control of his own cutoff. He needs to send something to do that. Or at least get the center VP. Either way, his resource income will be restored. Late retreat there by Antilles. Crits are naughty, waited way too long to get that squad to safety. And another Volksgrenadier squad will be wiped by flamethrowers. High explosive barrage on the machine gun right there. Antilles may want to consider getting that safety. With vision secured of that field gun, the flak half-track will feel at least moderately safe to move up. Start putting pressure on these conscripts. The machine gun moves aggressively forward through the barrage radius, then retreats apparently. Flak half-track forces a retreat from those conscripts, and with Sturm Pioneers threatening the field gun, it will pull back to safety. And a third machine gun fielded by Antilles. He is going really hard into machine guns lately. And I know I normally love to make fun of Antilles' team weapon usage. He hasn't done... it seems to have improved greatly since last time I commented on it, and his biggest pitfall now is that he just gets too many of them. Nobody, I don't think, can micro 3 machine guns. I don't think I've ever seen anybody pull that off. Except for Red Wings, I guess. I don't know. But that's when his whole army is just machine guns.
Position secured.
It's extremely difficult to micro not only 3 machine guns, but also a flak half-track. 4 vulnerable suppression sources against this much infantry, all trying to set up flanks, is a very difficult thing to accomplish. Not just for Antilles, but for anybody I've ever seen attempt it. So.
Volksgrenadier are on the line. Crew, ready! Mission accomplished.
MG34 there will be forced to retreat. This one looks like it's about to get caught out of position. Maybe. No suppression right there. Nice little maneuver there by Price. Murad right outside of its arc of fire. Antilles is not monitoring the engagement either. That could be a steal. Maybe not though. Conscript's going down too quick to focus grenadier fire from the supporting squad over there on the left, so they will be able to get the point captured despite the MG34's retreat. Black half-track getting repaired here in the base. A couple squads available need to get back on the field as well. Antilles is very much hurting for manpower right now. Having lost 2 full squads of Focus Grenadiers and inflicted no wipes on his opponent, he's falling very behind.
Under attack! Enemy movement! On the flank! Ready! Take veteran status! Valiant assault is now at hand. The troops await your command.
Black half-track moving to force another retreat right there. Price will react just in time. Conscripts engaging against Folks Grenadiers. Gonna push them away and possibly pick up yet another wipe here. 3 wipes on Folks Grenadiers this early. I don't think that Antilles can afford that, especially if he does not replace his losses. Cancels his Rocket Warfare to get a Folks Grenadier squad, which is obviously the right call. Price not taking up, but Antilles just thinks he's lost too much, and I think he's probably right. This was going to be an extremely difficult game to recover, if it was possible at all. So, GG, and Price will defeat his first challenger. Well played, Price.